Garbage monkeys. Hello, crew. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday.
We're here.
We are here on time, ready to roll.
Yes.
Live Q&A for the next 1 hour. And you guys will see some introduction. Well, not introduction.
You're going to hear like little
You'll hear,
baby noises.
Some baby chirping in the background. We got baby Isla chilling here. It's really hot in here in our AC that we have.
It's kind of okay, but it doesn't get
out.
The air all the way back to the back of the house.
It's kind of crapping out.
It's kind of hot.
So we're all yours.
We
for
look
the next
really hot.
1 hour. I know, we're like sweaty.
It's fine.
It's real
It's
life.
fine.
Welcome in. That's what we show behind the scenes.
All
What's up, Thrifting Chef? Who all do we got in the chat today? I always love the 30-second delay from the time we say something till the time that it actually goes in there. Ho, guys.
Oh.
Hi, ho.
Oh my gosh. I feel like I haven't seen you all day.
You haven't. I've been at the office all day.
I know, and I've been home.
Today was a busy one from both ends because today was a typical setup where it's not often, but sometimes we have both of our employees overlap on the same day. Yeah. So today I was at the office. I took care of all the shipping. We had about 25 packages out today. So I took care of all the shipping, all the back end stuff, a lot of my inbox stuff, a lot of the admin work I took care of today at the office. The same time we had Ryan was busting out an FBA shipment. So he got that all done. And then Jamie just like hammered through half of this death pile table for eBay photos and cleaning and testing. So for my end, it was a lot of like the business aspect, crazy packed day from about, all three of us started at 10 a.m. and we didn't stop until about 2. And then everyone went home after that. I came home, helped out with Trista with the kids. And then you had the opposite, which was the stay at home mom day.
But I was still like working in between. Still working. So I have a photo booth in our garage and I do a lot of photos here at home now. Just recently since Isla's been born. And so I was like back and forth between the garage and like the kids playing in the backyard. And we had like an extra child today and it's fine. It was actually really fun. So it's back and forth. And when you came home, I was like, okay, I've got 40 minutes of actual focus time. Nobody bother me. And of course, Titus comes out to the garage.
And then, he as soon as I go out there, hang out with me. He's like, bye, Dad. I'm hanging out with Mom.
Yeah. So he he was out in the garage. He has like a little art station out there. And so I don't really have to do anything unless I'm like, oh, maybe glitter glue shouldn't go on the whiteboard. Let's not do that.
Keep that away.
So there were a few interruptions, but mostly I got like 40-ish minutes of focus time. So that was good.
That's kind of what our average day looks like.
Yeah.
And then we tag team some other days. For example, tomorrow, you were gone all day because you're going to go to the bins and you're going to go source at thrift stores. So she gets a full sourcing day, no kids, no interruptions. She gets to go do her thing.
Mama gets a sourcing
and
day.
Then now we're kind of getting in a rhythm. Like I typically go out on Thursdays.
Yeah.
Tuesdays and Thursdays if I do Tuesdays, but then I get Thursday. So I'm going out retail arbitrage and hitting up all the retail stores on Thursday.
Right.
So it's different every single day. So these people that preach about like the perfect schedule or like time management, it's all BS. Like there's no perfect schedule.
We always like have these shows sharing our time management and like, I think we always call it like work-life balance. It really is just
it's a day-to-day.
Bull.
Yeah.
It's
day-to-day.
Day-to-day and sometimes situation to situation. So it's fine. It's all good.
So that's kind of what our week is.
We have
a
lot of new people, brand new to us, and I'm assuming to FBA because I saw a couple comments about like learning some stuff from our videos. So that's cool.
Awesome. Comment below if this is your first time catching a live feed. Always love the first time. So now that we kind of talked about our week, let's talk about you guys. How are you guys doing? And also, can you hear and see us okay? We're at our home setup, so we don't have we brought the microphone, the webcam. Yeah. We have one light, the key light. And that's about it. Hopefully you guys can hear us okay.
We usually do this at the office, but since we
it's too hot in there right now.
Well, it's really hot in there. But since Isla,
kids.
It's just way more convenient for her to be at home.
Well, it's the best sound.
It wasn't that bad.
I'm about to get White Claw wasted.
White girl wasted.
On my 2% White Claw.
So anyway.
These are fantastic, though, if you are on a nutrition plan. So
yeah,
it fits the macros for the day.
I just feel like I would rather spend my macros, not that I count them, you know. But if I were to count them, I just have been eating super clean, and so I'd rather have like a smallish treat rather than splurge on alcohol. So
I'm the opposite. I'll drink to that.
Yeah.
So let's get to you guys. We have you guys for the next 55 minutes open Q&A session. If you guys want to talk reselling, life, obviously we have the dynamic of having kids, which some resellers don't. So we have kind of a different view on how we do stuff, how we manage our schedule. So we're pretty much open books for you guys. We get a ton of comments between like Instagram, Facebook groups, and YouTube, all the different inboxes that we have. We get flooded with questions all the time, and I can't physically keep up with every single one. So this is now your time to ask those questions here live, and we can get that answered for you.
There's a couple of questions, and I see Freddie's in here. Hi, Freddie.
Scroll up.
Charles told me I'm not allowed to use the scrolling at all today.
Anyone who's been a longtime viewer of ours,
I think he got used to me not being on the YouTube channel.
She's got this scrolling
and he's
fidget
like,
finger.
I really like Tristan not being here scrolling like a maniac.
She does this thing where you like, we all have like our fidget things. I do crap all the time that's like fidgety, like you just need to be moving.
It's really just that I can't sit still. Like I can't even keep my fingers still for
like,
very long.
Mine is my foot. I do the foot thing. Like I'm always moving at least one or both feet. That's like one of my things. Yours is on the chat scroll. She'll like go up and down, up and down, up and down. It's so
because I'm worried that I'm gonna miss.
I need to record it on our end sometimes so I can show them what it is.
Okay, I have to show you guys this because this is our work-life balance.
That's work-life balance. That's her
She's
current
literally
position.
Like on the kitchen floor in her little bouncer.
You guys want
No, it's okay. I just took a picture.
Here we go. Work-life balance. Baby time.
Because my picture wasn't good enough.
Your picture was way better than what that just was.
Yeah. All right. And now you have to fix
it. Hold on. All right. We're good.
Okay. So
we'll talk about reselling at some point. I don't know.
See, you can't stop me from scrolling. Can't.
So you just passed over like 18 questions. Where are you going?
I didn't.
It begins. You guys keep coming back, by the way. It amazes me. Thank you. Hello from the PNW Rummage for Riches. Where are you guys from? We always say Portland because no one knows the small towns. We're in McMinnville, Oregon, which is an hour south of Portland. That's where we reside.
Yep. Small town.
Signed up for FBA and sent out almost 200 books. Nice work. When did you guys get your first sale and how long did it take?
That is not a fair question.
It's not. I didn't send in 200 books. I sent in like 20 items my first shipment. So you're already doing one up.
But the difference was that Charles started in Q4.
I started in Q4.
Like literally weeks before Christmas, which is probably the best sales you'll have all year long. So you just started at that peak point of the year and sold absolutely everything he sent in.
It was all
in
toys.
Minutes,
back then, you can send in liquidation pallet items, and it was no issue at all. There was no such thing as restrictions or IP claims. I mean, shit, I sold a bunch of like used like new items as new, and now I know better. Obviously, I was like a few weeks into it, so I really didn't read the condition guidelines like I should have.
Shaking the table.
Am I shaking it? Sorry, get my elbows off of it. So it was a different ball game back then, but I sent in my very first shipment November 17th, 2000. That would have been 2015.
Yeah.
And then I made my first sale Thanksgiving Day during dinner because she got mad because she saw me looking down at my phone, and I refreshed the app and saw my first sale for $7.49. And I was like, babe. And of course she wasn't on board back then, so she didn't get it.
All I think I said was, I know you do not have your cell phone at this Thanksgiving table.
At her family's table. That was like huge no-no. So I sold my stuff fairly quick, but I was also selling toys during Q4 with no laws of Amazon. So I definitely came in at the right time for that. So I can't tell you based on books when you'll have your first sale. It's, it could be the day it checks in. It could take a few weeks. It could take a month. I don't know what you bought.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a bunch of first-time people in here.
A lot of new people tonight.
Welcome in, guys.
First time. Hi, you guys.
I got rats. And the profile picture is a rat. That's awesome.
I don't know.
It's either a troll account or that's just hilarious.
I don't know if we can be friends. I don't like rodents or things that crawl, things that have tiny little scratchy claws. No. 3bin runs no death pile.
Hey, there you go.
Very nice.
We're all about that no death pile life.
Yeah. Hi. Oh, Dr. Holiday. Thank you for the super chat.
Richard, thank you for the super chat there. So
I never know anybody's handles. You guys could be like
Dr. Holiday is Richard.
Hi, Richard.
VIP Richard.
No, I know.
You missed out, but last week I went live. What was that? Thursday, Friday, I went live with you guys. Richard and Martin got into a shout out war.
Oh, fun.
That was pretty funny.
Okay. Gonna run up here
back
to
to questions.
Top of the
business only.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever resold?
The weirdest?
We haven't resold it yet, but we picked up the most random thing this weekend. Your bike.
Oh, my Schwinn bike? That's not random and weird.
It is to me.
I found
it's like 1980s.
No.
Yes, it is.
It is not that weird. It's a vintage. If you guys know what an assault bike or air bike or fan bike, it's the kind that has the pedals and the arms. And it's called an assault bike, but that back
got like
then
the
was
big fan in the middle.
It's called an Airdyne. So if you guys look up vintage Schwinn Airdyne, I found one for $15 and they sell for like $100 to $200. I'm like, yeah, I'm picking that up.
I think that was very weird.
It was hard getting it inside of the rig.
It was
for sure because it was wide. She figured out how to pull the pins and drop the arms.
Yeah,
that's not that weird.
I feel like it's super weird. Nobody in the chat would have picked that up. I can guarantee it.
We haven't sold.
Would you guys have picked up a 1980s? It's like super ugly, like golden.
I posted it on Facebook Marketplace today too.
It's really ugly.
And when it sells,
I know. I don't doubt that it will.
I'm going to show you right about this clothes.
It's very weird thing to pick up. Okay, so what's something that you have sold that's very weird? Or the weirdest?
Spanky the monkey.
I know somebody reminded me
I'm gonna laugh so
Spanky.
Hard if somebody in here has sold one of those before. We walked into it. It was
Michael last night on our VIP call. He was like, call? "Hey, I watched that video you guys did with Rally Roots, and did you guys ever sell Spanky the monkey?" And I was like, "I think we did, but I can't remember because it's been so long ago."
We sold it for like $50.
Did we?
It wasn't a lot, but it was just a weird. If you guys like,
it was very weird.
Google at your own risk.
It's not gross. It's
okay.
It was a monkey, like a stuffed monkey that made.
He did the air hump and made lots of
inappropriate noises.
Spanky the monkey. Look him up.
The monkey. Anyway,
enter at your own risk. That was probably the weirdest. We haven't sold a lot of like weird items. I would say the grossest item I've sold. I picked up this boombox, and I bought it for what did I get this thing for? It's like a year and a half ago. Bought it for $60. The big orange boombox.
Yeah.
Bought it for $60. Mm-hmm. It was worth about $400.
From the like 90s or something.
Yeah,
it was very.
I picked this thing up, and it had a smell to it. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna open the compartments, and like you can get these like deodorizing sprays. I was gonna clean it down real good and gut it, clean every little part that I could, get rid of the smell. Open it up, and like cockroaches went. That was.
I was not there for this.
I don't know if that counts as weirdest, but that definitely was like one of those moments where I'm like, really gonna just stay away from anything that has any smell. I'm not playing that game again.
Gross.
That was probably one of my weirdest.
I can't think of weird. I've found a lot of lucky things.
So you do a lot of clothing though. There's not really weird.
So one of the weird
the sex books. Remember the book load that we did out here? We got a hold of 5,000 books one time. And this is when we were building our business out of our garage.
Yeah.
And it was us two and it was my brother.
Yeah, we paid your brother to help
And we were
us.
all sitting down scanning these books. And there was like at least 10 different like weird sex books.
Yeah.
Based on like a Missouri state one. There was like that was another weird.
Yeah.
Because I remember my brother picked one up. He's like, this one's worth 20.
So weird. All right, moving on.
That was another fun one.
How long does Amazon keep your item inbound?
As long as they want.
As long as
Amazon, they do whatever they want.
What they want.
Typically, I mean, it depends how far you're shipping. Like for us, we ship a lot of stuff down to Cali because we're in Portland.
Yeah.
Before that, they were shipping a lot of our stuff to Indiana is where a lot of our stuff was going. The longest for inbound would take like a week and a half, 2 weeks. With our Cali location, it's usually 5 to 7 days. Now, even though your stuff may not be inbound for that long, it can take another week for things to check in and be active on Amazon. At the end of the day, I don't know why they do the things they do or why there's a bunch of holdups. That's just how it is.
That's what they do.
Johnny Pepper just up in Clackamas. Nice.
Yeah.
We were just up in Clackamas, Dave and Buster's.
Some of our good buddies.
All the Northwest peeps, stay tuned. I will do another video because we are going to be starting to do consistent Pacific Northwest meetups. Is what we're going to be doing.
2 super chats. We got
Mr. Andre. What's up, man?
How's it going? And Richard super chatted us again.
That's amazing. So backstory, Mr. Dr. Holiday, Richard, used to work at GameStop. And he said cockroaches, weed, and pistol were all in systems that were traded in when I was in retail.
Wouldn't people be like, oh, I got to make sure I get my weed out of this Xbox?
I know. You'd think they want to keep that.
You would think.
We got Manar Alfaza with the verified check mark, which means that's a channel with at least 100,000 subscribers. What's up? Welcome in.
Welcome. Okay, we're going to go back and read more questions.
We'll try to get as many as possible.
I am scrolling to my heart's content, and he hates it. I love it.
Are we married? For far too long.
I love it. You guys married? No, I just met him like a few days ago.
I thought she was cute.
Yeah, we're
like,
married.
Hey, I'm doing this YouTube thing. You want to be on video?
No.
I said, hey, you want to come back to my apartment in front of a camera? And then it was YouTube. She thought it was a different thing. I don't know.
I just figured out what you're talking about. I'm like reading.
I just took the fun out of it. We actually just had our 8-year anniversary.
We did.
We went to, it was actually the photo on this thumbnail was from like a week, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Almost 2 weeks ago, we went to the beach for 2 nights. It was great.
Okay, yeah. So if you sent us a Facebook message.
Do I respond to Facebook messages? If I see them, I get literally hundreds of messages a week.
Sorry.
And I can't physically keep up with every single one. So don't ever think I'm ignoring any of you.
Yeah.
Sometimes like the chats pop up so it shows that I read them even though I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I do my best to get to hammer through those. Probably the best way for you guys to reach me is either going to be Instagram. Facebook is the last place to reach me. That's where I get the most amount of stuff in my inbox.
Mm-hmm.
Instagram or email are the top 2 to reach me at.
I have to love this handle, Slappy Yourself Entertainment.
That's great.
I like that. Bridget says she's always out for or looking out for the 3-foot tennis racket.
Yeah, that's a bolo. Now you guys know they sell. I'm still in awe.
Also a weird thing that you bought that I
guess that would maybe be the weirdest.
I maybe would have looked it up. Yeah. Probably not.
5-foot tennis racket sold for $325.
I've become super lazy in my research lately. I need to get on that because
just like passing items. And
I'm like, oh, it's probably not worth anything.
See, I'm the
Sometimes
opposite.
I'll just hand it to Charles so he can look it up.
I'm the opposite where like it's almost a challenge. Like I will not pass an item. If I have ever looked up the brand or the item or the model number in the past, then I kind of have it in my database in my head. But if I've never heard of an item, heard of a brand, seen that item before, I always look it up.
Yeah.
Because then I find 5-foot tennis rackets that sell for $325.
I know. To be honest, I would have passed it.
Oh.
We don't sell on Mercari. We're on Amazon.
You guys, I've
eBay,
tried so hard.
Poshmark, and I feel like we need another person in our life to be able to facilitate Mercari.
Multitasking.
It's just so much.
Cross listing, because
We're
then it's
making a lot of excuses. But no, we don't do
which
Mercari.
is fine. I'll call it an excuse. It is. Yeah. I don't enjoy cross listing at all. It overwhelms me when something sells that is on another platform. Like, what if that one sells? Mm-hmm. I know there's ways to do it more efficiently, but
yeah,
my attention span is so damn small. Like, I'll just throw it out there. I don't have the attention span to do it.
Yeah, and you do a lot of other stuff too.
And I've got way too much on my plate to throw in another thing that I need to work on.
Nikayla, I think that's how you say your name. Cute. 250 books sitting in front of me that have been sitting here for 3 weeks, now organized and ready to upload and send.
Awesome.
Get it, girl.
I would say don't let them sit for another week.
Yeah, back to school is right now.
You got that season coming up.
But books are, that kind of links in with one of the questions I saw and skipped. Somebody was just starting out, and books are actually a great way to start out on Amazon if you don't know where to go. It's like just learning how to look things up, what things go for, making an FBA shipment from start to finish. Books are kind of just one of the more simple. You're not gated, and most people. Has anyone ever been gated in books?
I mean, I've never heard of that. Certain ones from certain distributors, but the chances are so small of seeing that.
You're listing them used, so it's pretty good entry point.
You guys get to see this live.
I can't see what it was. Oh, yay!
So. Oh, this is iPhone 8. It's throwing me off. This is our photo and listing phone. So for those of you following the journey of the Apple products, we just sold the only one we had of the I Love Lucy Think Different campaign poster. I did run a 5% off sale across all the Apple stuff that we do have. So it sold for $166.
It's a really cool poster.
Extremely happy with that.
Sad to see it go.
Awesome.
Maybe.
I'm happy you guys got to see that live. This will be in the next Solds video.
Richard Dale, I need you to clarify. Cincinnati Picker sold 2 last month. Are you talking about the bikes, the ugly Schwinn bike?
Oh, please don't.
I think he did, because he says bike is worth 100 plus.
Yes.
Is this a thing that people flip these bikes? Because
I know Cincinnati Picker's been around for a while. I need to go follow him.
What is a death pile? A death pile is usually referred to a pile of money, or
the money pile.
A pile of items that you have kind of just shoved into a corner and need to be listed on eBay or Amazon. And it just becomes like this huge rolling, revolving pile of stuff that should be sold, and you haven't done it yet. We call them death piles because they are the death of us.
But they are money piles.
So we don't let them build up very much.
How do we track sales and profit and loss? On Amazon, we use Inventory Lab because it syncs directly into Amazon. It has your buy cost, so therefore it can calculate all the different reports and profits and all that stuff per month, per category, per supplier, etc.
Yeah.
eBay, a little bit more of a pain in the butt because eBay's API does not like third-party softwares going in there and getting into their system. So we just use manual methods like most people do. So we have an Excel spreadsheet. When I buy something, I put it into the spreadsheet for my buy cost. And then when it sells, we go and put in what it sold for. And then we deduct the fees, the shipping, etc. And it's a huge pain in the butt. Like, I need to hire a bookkeeper because I despise it that much. It's literally the only part about being a business owner I cannot stand is the accounting. I can't.
I think there might be a couple other things, but yeah, that's the top.
No, that's it. There's stuff that I don't enjoy a whole lot. Like, I don't like the listing part. I enjoy photos.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like cleaning and testing, but I enjoy the photos.
Okay, I'm getting to Tanisha's question.
All right, go.
How's just as eBay clothing going? What are goals for that side of eBay? There are so few used clothing sellers doing it doing it at scale. It's hard to figure out what's possible with clothing. So clothing has taken a backseat in the last, I was 3 months, and then before that I was getting really sick in my pregnancy, so I really pared down a lot of sourcing. It's still a good bread and butter for us, though.
Just like
we've mixed in a lot of
$15 to $20 items.
Yeah, we've mixed in a lot of hard goods into our account, and so where it used to be maybe 90 or 80 or 90% all clothing on our eBay account, and really it's probably like 40% now.
Yeah.
With that being said, I mean, it's still good bread and butter for us, and I'm starting to rev up again as I'm going back to the bins and getting clothing for Poshmark and doing eBay at the same time. Some full-timers who are making it happen, I would say go follow Nicole State. She does Poshmark, but very successful eBay business before that. Lindy Glenn does mostly clothing, I believe. And there's somebody else.
She's doing a lot of the beauty products now too, with liquidation, which is like stupid high margins. Like, I don't know beauty products at all, and I probably should get into it, but I know that the beauty category is massive.
This is somebody I follow a lot. She just got a warehouse, actually. Her Instagram is Selling Mama. She does a lot of volume, and I really like her content. And she also has 3 kids and, you know, a busy life like most of us. So yeah, there's people out there killing it with clothing. It is harder, you know, it's a lot of competition, slimmer margins than hard goods can be, but also the ROI can be a lot better too. So.
And the crazy part is what I've learned over the course of almost 4 years doing this reselling game is the most successful sellers in each category oftentimes do not have social medias at all. No YouTube channel. I mean, the most successful people, I'm talking like the multi-millionaire sellers, don't do social media at all. I mean,
they don't have time.
They probably don't even, they don't have time, or they just choose not to, whatever the case may be. So the most successful people I personally know are not on social media at all.
Yeah. Let's see. Sorry, I'm reading through comment.
Wait.
No.
Somebody's buying Apple stuff from us right now.
No. Is it you guys?
If it's any of the subscribers right now, like, please message me. I will get you free access to something.
Okay, I'm just going to scroll down to the bottom, you guys, because I'm...
Just sold another one. It must be the same. I have to check. It must be the same buyer going through our store.
Is Gretchen on this call?
I didn't check. I do not know. Does anyone want to take over admin control for us on this one?
Yeah, there's some not so cool people.
So this poster also sold for $166. Apple Think Different campaign from 1998, and this one was Ansel Adams, who was a photographer. I'm gonna check. That's pretty cool though. If somebody, at least these are going to collectors. If it's somebody buying multiples, I love when we get to see that stuff happen. I'll have to check on that one.
Do I remove?
You have a hard time multitasking. Let me
can't handle it. Oh, sorry, you guys. It's so annoying.
Every time.
Remove. Anyways, we went out garage selling this weekend and found like nothing except for said crazy, ridiculous bike. So
that bike was pretty sweet.
I can't believe somebody else
will sell. I listed it for $75, which is cheap. I know they're worth at least like $120, $150 range, but it's got a lot of rust. I was going to clean up, and I'm like, if somebody offered me $75, I paid $15. I'm happy doing that.
Okay. Also tips on. Okay.
Hold on. I gotta.
Never mind.
I have to go through and do some admin stuff. All right, let me scroll all the way down. Just see if we got any volunteers. The hard part is we want.
There's a couple. Richard said he was in.
Where? Oh, all right. Dr. Holiday, my man. Put user in timeout. The control I have right now. All right, Dr. Holiday, you are officially a moderator, which means you know what to do. Go through and just block all the idiots, all the trolls. Let me take care of this one. All right, back in session. Sorry for the delay,
Sorry,
guys.
you guys.
Gotta take care of the morons.
So frustrating. Let's see.
Do you ever sell on Facebook Marketplace? I've seen a lot of success on there very recently. Yes, I am hitting Marketplace very hard right now. I actually have a personal goal. I want to get 100 items listed by the end of next week. I've got enough. Like that's where I don't mind cross posting if it's something that is. I just did a video on that too. If it's something on eBay, I will cross post it on Facebook Marketplace. Oftentimes I do that because if it sells in either one, it's not going to overlap. So like if I sell it locally, I take it off eBay real quick. If it sells on eBay, I can just message if there were any potential buyers, just say, hey, it already sold. Sorry.
Yeah. Fern kind of touched on this though. Facebook meetups can be time consuming.
Yes. And I said
can be frustrating.
I said this in the video I just did too. If you guys didn't watch that, in the video, I said, we are in a very amazing position where we have a warehouse and a little shop. So I don't mind. It's convenient for us to say, hey, come pick up your item at this address. I'm already there working most days.
Yeah.
Or Trista's already there.
And it's nice because we're not giving them our home address.
Yeah. So that
obviously.
We're in a different position where that's an amazing position to be in. So I know we're very grateful for that opportunity. If you are not in that position, don't be giving out your address to your personal apartment or your house. Meet up in a public location somewhere that has security cameras. A lot of towns and cities have dedicated meetup spots at police stations.
I have done meetups in the past, like at Walgreens, and I will let them know meetup. If you are 10 minutes late, I will leave. Yep. Because people do not respect your time.
They will be late. They'll message you at the time of meetup, like, hey, I'm 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
I've had people not show where I drove for an hour to pick something up. That was the last time I ever drove out that far. It's unless you're doing a crazy huge deal, not worth the time. And that's another good tip too, is you have to look at what your time is worth. Because if you drive for 20 minutes to make $10, probably not worth it.
Yeah.
I used to go pick up product from Facebook Marketplace to flip on eBay. I used to go buy something that I would make a $20 profit on. And I would drive for an hour and a half to go pick it up because, you're new, you need the experience and you're excited about a product.
Yeah.
But as you get more experience, you start to put a value on your time. And I won't go out anywhere and source unless I know I can make a couple $100.
Yeah. Somebody, I think we went past it, but wanted to know best practices for shipping heavy items between 15 and 20 pounds.
On eBay, FedEx Smart Post.
Smarty Smart Post.
FedEx Smart Post is what we list under because it gives the most amount of leeway on days for shipping. But FedEx Home Delivery oftentimes is cheaper than Smart Post.
That's true.
So yeah. I don't do
a lot of heavy stuff. Yeah. Like everything that I ship is usually under a pound, and if it's over a pound, it goes in a flat rate
or something like that.
My shipping is so straightforward.
The electronic stuff that we do, I mean, I've shipped 40-pound printers and all this kind of crazy stuff. I shipped a 5-foot tennis racket. Like
somebody said, guys, the uglier the bike, the more they sell. I am so shocked. I've been proven
I'm gonna see if I have any messages
yet
on that. I just posted it a couple hours ago. I'm gonna see if I have any messages. You guys are gonna see Facebook Marketplace in action. Let me see what we got.
Yeah, somebody made a good comment that she has some Marvel hardback books that are restricted on Amazon. Just put them on eBay. No to the death piles.
I have some messages on a Wii. So it's on a vlog I need to edit tonight and post for tomorrow. I found a Wii for $3.
Wii.
$3 on it. Like I didn't.
What are you doing?
I should have offered 2, but I bought it for $3. I listed on Marketplace for 20 today. Yeah, I've got some messages on that, but nothing on the bike.
Did you take pictures of the huge Apple poster? So we have a lot of Apple posters.
Not the big
the
ones
very,
yet.
very big one that is as tall or taller than I am. We haven't gotten those done yet.
The biggest one we have isn't even a poster. It's made of, it's like cloth. It was a promotional banner.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you go to a conference and they have booths, and there's banners, like those 6-foot tall banners. That's what one of these is. And it has the big G4 on it. Super sweet. And there's actually 2 of those. So we need to get those listed. And then we have some longer posters. They're probably, what do you think, 3 feet? They're probably 3 or 4 feet long.
Yeah, they're pretty long.
But they're super cool. They're called the Network. And it's just got this, like, it's a chalkboard layout, like the network of a computer. It's just super cool looking. So we got to get those up.
So, Freddie, we don't send our tax guy our inventory lab information. We always do the numbers and give it to him. So it's not like, here's our inventory lab.
I do give him a print off because you can run a P&L at the end of the year, which is profit and loss report. I do give him a print off of that P&L report just as like backup, but I usually compile
like the sales and everything. That's all.
I usually compile everything into a nice Excel sheet, so it's as simple as it needs to be on them, because I want to pay the least amount as possible for a
their
CPA.
time.
So I do a lot of the extra work myself just to make it look clean and organized.
Yeah, and we have used GoDaddy. We're using
QuickBooks. We're switching to
Hi guys, what is the seller warranty coverage and seller warranty? Is that something I'm providing on eBay or sorry, I'm gonna choke. It's on your listing page.
Are you okay?
I literally just swallowed a bug or something.
Ew. That's just like seller protection, right? Yeah, that's nothing you have to worry about. It's just eBay will cover if there's any issues. That's basically what the coverage is. Please don't like.
I'm okay. Okay. Finally caught you live. Yes.
Welcome in.
Let's see. We do not do the local junkyard. We don't really have one, I don't think.
Parts. Well, we've got Pam Pam's, which is in between Amity and Dayton. We've got a couple like small junkyards around here.
Yeah.
And I'm not a mechanic at all, but I've worked and disassembled my own engine enough times. I kind of know parts. So that, I mean, might not be a bad venture to go into for a little side hustle.
Yeah.
Plus, let's just be honest, it would make for some cool content.
I'm not going to a junkyard. I'm sorry.
You don't want to?
No.
That would make the content.
No idea what I'm looking at.
I drug my wife to a junkyard for the first time.
I'm not like above it. I just have no idea what I'd be looking for.
We could do a challenge where it's like you point out a part and then we have to try to sell it. See how much we can make.
Yeah. How are taxes handled? We have a CPA. He knows how to do all the things regarding the taxes.
I know zilch about taxes. That's why I hire a professional.
Right. Problem with beauty products is that this is just a comment, I guess. Sorry.
Yeah, expirations, temperature, it's all stuff you got to take in mind. Although expired beauty stuff still sells. Obviously not on Amazon, but eBay.
I was like, you better clarify.
No, yeah, let me clarify. No, don't ever sell expired stuff on Amazon. They won't let you.
They just wouldn't let you.
Yeah, you can't send it in with a certain amount of days.
They'd be like, you're crazy.
eBay, though, I mean, ink, toner, beauty stuff, all kinds of expired stuff still sells. Expired food sells. Yeah. Maybe I should put that as another weird one. I sold 2 units. I think they went 2 different buyers. They were sold in the same week. Expired mayo on eBay. Ugh. Just for the sole, and they sold for like 12 or $14 or something like that. I did it just for the sole purpose to prove You can sell anything on eBay. And I got positive feedback on those too. No returns.
Oh yeah, Ashley at Hustle at Home Mom does clothing. She has an amazing
Ashley
little
crushes it.
honey hole where she lives. She finds some really cool stuff.
I've been down there. I've hung out. We haven't thrifted together yet, but I've been down there twice and met up with Ashley. We did meetups both times, but I've been in their thrift stores. I found a friggin' TI 84 Plus for $3. Like, that's how good their sources are down there.
So where to go? How do you find the fees they take on eBay? Sold a few items, but don't see the breakdown. I haven't looked at this in a long time, but
for eBay?
For eBay, I don't know if you can find it on the app.
No, the app sucks.
The app's
sorry, eBay.
Poopy,
but we got some updating to do. I don't even care.
There are reports in if you go onto your desktop, eBay, go into the back office and it'll say reports. And can I look at it right now? Will that ruin the
No, yeah, it won't cut out the feed or anything.
Okay, I'm just gonna look really quick.
We'll walk you through it live. Yeah, eBay, because I know some of y'all watch this, the employees.
Marketing.
If we can like get some type of reporting going on with the app, that'd be great. If you can add a little column where I can input a buy cost and get my own profit and loss report without a manual Excel sheet, add that to your list.
So there's, if you go to your Seller Hub and then go to the top bar where it says performance and then selling costs, if you click onto that, it will give you a breakdown of your selling costs. The subscription, shipping labels, PayPal fees, final value fees, listing fees, fee credits, and discounts.
Fees on
all the things. You can only look at this in 90-day increments. So
eBay. That's
be
also
aware.
Another thing. Can we get longer than 90 days? 12 months. That'd be great.
It's there.
I'm done. They're gonna get so mad at me.
And it is a good idea. I need to look at it more than I do, but it's always a good idea that just
you don't do the accounting. Why would you?
I know, but
I look at it every week.
I should be more aware of what our fees are. Yeah, I've sold Lancome's samples.
We got Pat D's in the house. I just met up with Pat over in Pennsylvania a couple weeks ago. Awesome guy. Go check out his channel. We're actually, P.S. We're going to be on his channel during a live show.
Super. Gretchen. Oh my goodness.
Gretchen missed the fun. I love these questions. Any good shoe liquidators that I know of? The answer is yes. If you're hinting that you want me to give up that source, no.
Would you consider hiring employees to source if you get to a certain limit for your personal resale business?
100%. I have done that.
It's tricky though.
It's usually seasonal.
You cannot just send your person out with some money and a scanner and say good luck.
Nope.
We're very specific. Yeah, we have tried it. It is not good.
No. Because they're not going to have the eye that you will. They won't know how to read Keepa like you can.
Right.
If you send them with a specific list from specific stores,
like literally, this is the SKU. This is how many I want you to buy.
Yep.
Here is exact money for that.
And that's what I do every Q4. Once I know what the trending products are for Q4, I hire buyers.
Yeah, we have a couple people in different towns, and we'll just I
hit them up.
They'll buy for us, and then we swoop through Oregon and pick up all of our stuff. I mean,
let's talk. We sold over 600 fingerlings. I personally only sourced 100 of those.
Yeah,
and I had buyers that were going out and getting them. They would. The buy cost was $15. They were happy making $5 per unit. Totally cool because they're making 30% upfront cash. And I had one person that would call me up and be like, dude, I got 150 of them this week. How many do you want? And I'd say all of them. And so I give them cash right up front. We sold 600 of them that year. And so that's why I've been doing every year since then. And so it's more of a seasonal thing rather than just evergreen, which is year round. But this is just personally, unless they know exactly how to read a Keepa chart, they know exactly what I'm looking for, then we can go in stores and train together. That's a different scenario, a little bit more of like a long-term commitment. But for seasonal stuff where it's like, hey, I just need these products from these stores. Can you find them? That's a lot more doable that way. Have we ever had our Amazon account suspended? Not totally suspended, but I've gotten in some hot water a couple times. Got my first IP complaint. Are there any actions I need to take? You need to look up. Was it an article that was done? Yeah, it wasn't a video. Go to it's an Entree Resource. Look up FBA Today, which is Nate McAllister and Chris Grant's groups.
Not FBA Tomorrow.
Or yesterday.
She has jokes, people. She was getting it was almost,
when you guys watch our videos and we do the bloopers, those aren't for you. They're not for the show. That's just
what we do.
That's real life.
It was almost crying.
She all sweaty. Look at this. She's got some like sweat. She looks bald in the back because she got sweat up there.
Is it hot?
Anyway, so Nate McAllister did a great article. There's a fly bug around me. Great article on fighting IP claims. So just go look up FBA Today or look up Nate McAllister IP claims, and you'll see some articles pop up. Great reads, great resource to get plugged into their stuff too. As the basics is, you need to send in the proof of purchase, the invoice, or the receipt that you have. Annotate that and put on the ASIN on there and that kind of stuff too. Look at her just like staring at the camera.
So cute, you guys.
What is that? What is that?
It hurts my heart. Okay, no. Is it okay to ship item merchant fulfilled in a USPS box according to Amazon TOS?
Absolutely.
Sure.
I just did 3 of those yesterday. Because when you shipping merchant filled or seller fulfilled on Amazon is almost no different than doing eBay. Mm-hmm. You're going to plug in your dimensions and it's going to give you a few options. The difference is UPS is going to be in place of FedEx on Amazon. So you can do priority or not priority. You can do USPS. So your first class, your priority, you get all those options, or you can do UPS. eBay is going to be USPS or FedEx.
We are watching the oh boy.
The what?
Never
Which
mind.
one are you on?
We are watching the chat, Dave. It's just that we try to answer every question and the feed goes way faster than we can keep up. So we're like way behind in the chat. So
yeah, just the way the chat works. We're like in the middle of the chat. So if you guys are commenting down here, we haven't gotten to them yet.
Yeah. Same question. How do you choose? Oh, there was a question. How do you choose products to purchase from wholesalers using TA? Tactical
I think they were just asking,
arbitrage.
do we use TA for not to find wholesale products? I use TA to go through their catalogs, but I also do manual checking as well. As far as how do you choose what products to find from wholesalers? Not how do you find the wholesalers? You could do all kinds of methods. You can do reverse sourcing. You can look at a brand that you would like to sell in, contact the brand, open up an account or get a distributor account, look at their catalog, and then try to like find products that way. Or you can do reverse sourcing, which is go to Amazon, look at what is already selling as far as individual products, then contact that brand, open up the account, and see if you can find that product and the other ones that they have.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of ways you can do it.
$2 for baby appearance. Yay!
Thank you, Richard. Appreciate it.
We're not exploiting our baby.
That's awesome.
She's just cute. I can't help it. Oh, we're getting caught up, you guys. Baby is good. She's growing. Not sleeping super well. We're working on it.
Not this week. I don't know what's going on.
It's been a rough week.
She was like getting into a routine of like sleep. And then now she's back on her 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. schedule.
Yeah. Maybe it's the heat. Maybe it's just too hot.
It's been really
she
hot
doesn't
this week.
Sleep. I don't know. It's too much. Yeah. Don't throw up on the camera. Don't do it.
Yep, I totally agree with this. One pro puts employees on the office work but he is worth $200 an hour on sourcing. Yep.
And you're the one that makes the business decisions for your business. Putting that off on someone else is dangerous, super dangerous.
I definitely am a big fan of that's why we just have 2 part-time people. And we don't, technically we could run the entire business ourselves. It's not like we're at a crazy point where we absolutely need the help, but I would rather hire the help so that one, I could have more time here at the house and with my family and not have to stress about getting all the shipping done myself and all this.
Right. We could work 60 to 80 hour.
Yeah. If I wanted to work 60 hours a week, we absolutely could do this, but I would rather hire some help. Even if I'm losing a few bucks profit per month just by having employees, I'm good with that. Cause guess what? I get to be here at my house talking to you guys instead of doing an FBA shipment right now at the office. So it frees up my time more than anything. And 2, they can do the office work, all the, if you want to call it grunt work or whatever, they can be there doing all that, the photos, the listing, the shipping stuff. And I can go spend my time, and Trista does as well, out in stores buying more product.
Yeah.
It's a nice flow and cycle that you get into. The last thing that we will ever outsource, I'm never here to tell you guys here's what you should or should not do. I'm just here to share what we do and will do. The last thing we will ever outsource is the sourcing, because that's the piece of the puzzle that keeps the business alive is keeping that flow of product coming in. That's the last thing we'll outsource, because we're the ones that have the trained eyes for what we buy.
Yeah. Somebody asked if you can do a shipment with just 2 items into Amazon just to get your feet wet. You can. You're not going to make any money. It depends on the item. I guess that's too blanket of a statement, but
you're going to pay a lot.
You're going to pay a lot in shipping.
The thing with FBA is the more you are sending in, the cheaper that your shipping is going to be.
Yeah. So if you can send in, maybe you have 2 items, go out and find 10 books tomorrow and then send in that stuff. And it will.
And then that's assuming you're talking about FBA. If you're talking about merchant filling, which is you list the item and then ship it yourself, which is fine. There's plenty of people to do that. You can do that. Yeah, absolutely. With 2 items. But if you're talking about FBA, you're going to be paying £2 or $3 per pound for shipping just for a couple items, when you could be paying 20 or 30 cents per pound by getting 20 or 30 items together.
It's okay.
She's going to get cranky.
What was the biggest change you made to increase your business significantly?
Consistency.
Yeah. I was going to say hiring people, but I think hiring people is also super.
It's a double-edged sword. I will say that.
You have to keep your people busy. And so consistency just naturally follows that, because you have to keep people busy or you're just paying them to do nothing. So of course you're going to be more consistent with your sourcing, more consistent with your listing. And, this business is so rinse and repeat. You just buy stuff, send it in, do it again.
It's a very simple business model. People love to overcomplicate it, but it really is an easy business model. I'm not saying that the consistency is easy. That's the hard part, but it really was for me getting consistent instead of doing an FBA shipment every now and then, or listing 20 items every now and then on eBay. It was, what can I do? Just small little things every single day that help progress that forward. And when I made that switch into listing 5 items a day on eBay instead of 20 every now and then, game changer. Same thing with FBA. Now that I'm back in stores doing retail arbitrage and online arbitrage and ordering from wholesalers again, it's just having that weekly consistency. Even if I only get a hold of 10 things, just weekly consistency is what is going to completely change that for a lot of people. All right, crew, we've got about 10 more minutes left for y'all, so we'll try to get through as many questions as we can here. Evergreen just means year-round. It's not seasonal. So if you have a seasonal product, then it's going to be based on what the season is. But if you have an evergreen product, that's just something that can be sold year-round, no matter what time. Mr. Tyler Adams, thank you for the $2 super chat. How do we go about connecting with distributors? Lots of different ways. Number one is just Google. I know it's such a cliche thing, but I have found many distributors through Google. You're not going to find them on page one because guess what? You and 1,000 other sellers tonight are going to be looking at page one. And then the second biggest one is trade shows. Get to trade shows. ASD just happened, so the next time around will be March, which is when we go. You'll see us at ASD in March. We always do meetups anytime we go to these things, but trade shows are awesome for finding distributors and brands. Yes, we do use promoted listings. I do 1%. Do you do? I think I put your store on it.
I do. It depends.
I do 1% across all
3 to
items.
5% usually.
And then if it's something we have quantity of or something that I just have really high profit margin in, then I'll do a higher percentage.
Yeah.
It also depends your competition, because if you have an item that, if it's an antique or collector's item or a rare item, don't really need to promote that because there's not going to be a lot of options. Yours will be on the top page if you're one of 3 sellers, for example. If you have an item that, let's say a Nike Metcon 4, you're going to have several hundred listings. So yeah, promoted is going to bump you up a little bit more.
I was going to also add a little bit to Tyler's question. At first, when we very first started, we would go in and, you're scanning and scanning and scanning everything on the shelves, and eventually you find profitable things. And so looking on the back of those items and seeing who they're distributed by or manufactured by, and just reaching out to those people directly can be helpful. Also locally, we have local, I guess you'd call them a bakery, I don't know. But we've got a local, we didn't end up using them as a supplier because the margins didn't work for us, but not to say that somebody else isn't killing it, maybe because of a relationship or whatever, it doesn't matter. Locally, there's a lot of people who are manufacturing, even if you're like, no, I live in a small town or whatever, that's not true. There's manufacturing happening all over the country. So that's also an option. Which phone apps do you use to scan in the stores? We use
Amazon Sellers app is number 1.
Sellers app and Scoutify. Scout IQ. Scout IQ. I always mix it up with Spotify, which is for music and not.
Yeah, if I'm doing books, then it's Scout IQ because Caleb Roth made the best app for that. Amazon Sellers app is the only one I use aside from that. And I've messed around with, I'd say number 3, just for like shoes and stuff. I do like, Inventory Labs one. Is that Scoutify? No.
Yeah, Scoutify.
I'm thinking, so they had Scoutify 1, Scoutify 2 is the one I'm referring to. I do like that app.
I was told I listed counterfeit items. How do I prove that it's not with store receipts? That's a good question.
You will have to, hopefully it's a store receipt that has the UPC, something of proof that it is the same product. And you'll have to annotate the ASIN on there and just point out this is sold by an authorized retailer. Therefore, it's an authentic product. Again, you're gonna have to do some research. Go read a lot of Nate McAllister stuff, and those guys are great with that.
Can you do Amazon merchant fill easily? Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty much the exact same process. It's easier than eBay actually, because eBay you have to take a photo, you have to then create the listing, you have to do your price, your description, all that stuff. Merchant filled on Amazon, you're going to find the listing that's already there. You can do it straight from your phone. You're going to click, I have one of these, and then you are going to basically list your price, your quantity, and your condition. That's it. And then it sells, and then you log into your account and ship it the same way you would eBay. What did I miss?
Adam is in the chat, and he said, except for where I live, they only make potatoes and trees here.
That's amazing.
There's probably a potato chip manufacturer that you don't know about, Adam.
Are we coming to the New York area? It'd be cool to do something with Larry and meet at his warehouse. We've talked to Larry many times about doing that, and we really want to get to New York. We just don't know when.
Yeah, we were going to. That was
we were in Virginia.
We got really close.
That was the closest we've gotten so far. That was back in January. We were planning this year, and then the baby situation happened. So obviously traveling is kind of minimal.
It's a situation.
A little situation happened. So the traveling kind of got put on the back burner for now.
Yeah.
We will be picking up traveling again starting in January this year. So
Richard, Charles has been telling me all about your listing, and I have to say I am so impressed.
I've been tagged every day.
Day 61 of listings from a man who hates eBay.
Yep. It works.
That's great. Thanks everybody. Good chat today.
Yeah, seriously, 120 people on here. So thank you guys for watching. It's still like, even after 4 years of doing this channel, like sometimes we're like, people actually follow what the hell we do.
Yeah.
To us, this is just like, we're figuring out ways to make money and support ourselves and just like create this cool network. And it's been awesome. The fact we can go live and have people just hop on here and stay for an hour. It's amazing.
Hey. Let's see.
Any tips for new sellers? It's a very broad question, to be honest. I can give you 1,000 tips, but if you ask me a more specific question, I can give you a more specific answer.
I would say very broadly, roll everything back into your business that you possibly can. Mm-hmm. Every penny, roll back into your business until you get to a point that you are sustaining it without needing to put in personal income.
I mean, there's so many video ideas that we have that we want to roll out with, just based on like, because that's a very common question. I'm new to reselling. Do you have any advice? Like, yes, but how much time do you have?
Yeah.
So we need to do some videos of like, our top 5 mistakes that we made as new sellers. The best methods you can do, the best ways to grow to your first $1,000 month. There's all kinds of stuff that we're going to be coming out with for you guys.
Adam said he'll send me some potato chips. Thank you guys so much for being on the chat. Some people said it in here, but if you don't mind hitting that thumbs up, it helps us out a little bit and helps us know we're cool to hang out with you guys for a little longer. But
let's get a like spike going.
Like spike.
I love it. Seriously, it does help our channel out tremendously. It helps with the engagement, the views, getting this in front of more people, and it ultimately shows us what type of videos you guys like most. So we'll make more videos based on where we see the engagement. So if you guys did get some value out of today, go ahead and smash that like button.
Somebody asked about storage. Are only 2 weeks in and running out of storage? If you're only 2 weeks in and you're running out of storage, that's probably good.
That's why we had to get a warehouse.
But we fixed that by getting a warehouse, which I love our warehouse and I hate our warehouse because
it's more room for more stuff.
The overhead, I don't even care about that.
Yeah, the overhead.
You just Hi. Oh, are you gonna chime in on this?
I hope they can hear right now. It's so fun.
Just having any kind of overhead when you're growing a business is hard. But we were out of our garage for 2 years. I can't even tell you how many times we rearranged our garage to try and squeeze every little ounce of space out of that place.
You get very crafty with how you can continue to go up in shelves, like how you can stack things, like the corners that we would put things into.
Shelving, just pick the right shelving.
Hang preferably stuff from the ceiling. There's all kinds of ways you can get around
Preferably pick shelving that you can continue to add and go all the way up to the ceiling instead of picking shelving that only caps out at a certain level. So
ideally, this is the thing that we've been kind of working on. Well, we as in me. We've been working on. You should be at the point where it's like you're not continuously storing new stuff. You should be buying stuff that's in demand so that way it's selling through. So it's not like you're creating this stockpile that grows every month, right? You should continuously be selling it And that's something I ran into. I was buying so much stuff just because I got a good deal or I thought I can sell it for a certain price.
Yeah.
And it just became just like death piles, like in these totes all around our office.
Yeah.
And now I'm in this mode of like, I'm going to really tighten up and cherry pick a lot more so that the stuff we are buying, I know will sell within 30 to 60 days. So we're not just like storing a bunch of stuff. Like if we have anything that sits for more than like 4 months, that's not okay anymore.
Yeah.
Unless it's some rare, like super high end item or something like that.
Yeah. Some stuff we have that's long tail is we know about.
Train Watcher Don. Yes, I am continuing the FBA course. I've actually got another about 10 videos planned out for that course. It's still completely free. So you guys will be seeing the uploads continue back. Not this week. I've got Spartan Race on Saturday. So like the rest of this week is completely out. Next week, I start recording for it and I get my editor to start editing. So next, like mid to end of next week, you'll see more videos drop for that. And after we're done,
busy, but you miss doing that stuff.
I do miss doing the course stuff.
We had so much fun doing that.
But I will say I have been, and it's kind of been like you haven't been at the office a whole lot seeing it, but I've been uploading usually one video a day. So are you guys enjoying the new like tutorial videos and like what we're selling and stuff like that? Because I'll continue to do those if you guys enjoy them.
I'm not.
Therefore, I'm going to stop. All right. Looks like I'm off the channel now.
Okay, but seriously, we have to go.
And real quick on the FBA course thing, after the FBA course is done being recorded, you guys have been asking for an eBay course, which we will then be recording as well. Yay. And guess what? It's going to be free.
Free.
$3.99. So we'll be working on recording those after the FBA videos are done. We're going to break down every single question we've ever gotten about eBay. Will be covered. The shipping tutorials, like every detail you guys need will be covered in there.
All right, you guys, thanks so much for jumping on. We see a lot of our VIP members in here. Always love to see you guys jump on the call, and we'll chat with you next time.
Awesome. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time.
What are you doing down there?